Hi everyone, how you doing there? If you would from please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel as per usual. And I'm back here with a Disney Marvel review. Disney Marvel's The Thunderbolts, the new Avengers. So this is the latest Marvel Disney film. Uh, of course, you're gonna have your big actors in here: Florence Pugh, uh, stars as Yelena, and you have Sebastian Shaw's in here, or Sebastian Stan, uh, uh David Harbour as the Red Guardian, uh, Olga Kurilenko. I can never say her name right. Olga Kurilenko. Uh, you got Julia Louis Dreyfus in here also. If y'all remember her, she was Elaine in Seinfeld. So we have the Thunderbolts, and basically this is a movie where, again, like I said, Marvel film. It's a team of whereas like with the other Avengers, those were the team of heroes. This is more like the team of like villain. They're kind of villainous, but they're losers and rejects. Basically, they don't really have those Avengers. They have, they got all sorts of crazy powers. These people not so much. These are just like I said, these are the rejects basically, and they're pretty much to sent in by Julia Louis Dreyfus. She sort of has like this. She has like this proposition to have them go in and kind of believe it was to destroy these secrets, and as a secret. I think it was like a secret project or something like that, and before they real before they realize it, this dangerous cover up happens, and they happen to be caught up in the middle of it, and something happens to where they have to kind of reluctantly turn around and become heroes, basically. And this is where we get the Thunderbolts. Yeah, so um, again, I so you know how I feel about Marvel films. Let me take this thing out. It's my headphone is just like it's on my ear. But so you know how I feel about Marvel Disney films. I don't necessarily hate the formula. I do feel at times like the formula is a little the same. A lot of times when with a Marvel film, like I actually reviewed the last Captain America movie on here, and I was not a fan of it. That was not a good review. So I believe the Marvels, I think I trashed that movie too. So it's like, so Marvel, they can either give you something like those two movies I just mentioned, or can give you something like the Fantastic Four, which I thought was an amazing film. One of my favorite superhero films of the year, next to Superman. So, uh, like if Marvel can make the formula work for them, it will work for them. So I know your probably question is like, well, did it work for the Thunderbolts? Um, and I gotta say, it did. I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. Now, the first time I saw this movie, if you asked me months ago when the movie came out and I saw it, if I liked it, I would have trashed this film. I would have straight up dogged this movie. I wouldn't have thought this was good at all. Because I really thought like, I'm like, oh, here we go again, the Marvel formula. Oh my goodness. And everybody talked about this is one of the best movies Marvel's made in like a while. And I watched it, I was like, is it really? So I just recently watched it the other night, and um I take back everything I said about it. This is one of Marvel's best movies they've made in a very long time. And the reason why I say that is, um, uh, even down to the final villain fight, there's so much to it. Um, this is nothing but character development throughout, mostly. Now, is there your typical Marvel action throughout? Yeah, it is. Um, you have a villain in here. You have a whole bunch of people, basically, fighting and using their powers and abilities, stuff like that. Um, I'm not gonna reveal it, but there's a character that gets axed off kind of early. I was like, "Ooh, that was quick." That character was barely in the movie. Because I was kind of looking forward to that character. I mean, I wasn't too happy about the reveal in another movie, but I was kind of like, you know what? Well, I mean, maybe there's a little bit more spotlight in this one. And they axed this character off like at the beginning. I mean, it's not really a super spoiler, but they just kind of axed this character off early. I was like, ooh, that was fast. And I'm thinking like maybe they're gonna get up or something's gonna happen. No, that character's out. I'm like, wow, that was fast. Um, but other than that, I do like the plot to this movie because it literally is about a government cover up. Um, and then you got David Harbour and Florence Pugh in here who actually are they actually do feel like a family dynamic. And then eventually it gets to the point to where the entire team feels like a family dynamic all on its own. Um, and um, it's not like the David Ayer Suicide Squad, bullshit, right? Where it's forced and they start calling each other family towards the end. No, you really feel the family dynamic in here, and I actually thought that was kind of cool. Um, I'm trying to think, even like some of your even your character in here, Bob. I actually like Bob. I thought Bob was cool. And there's this whole thing with Bob too, and they give you his whole backstory and stuff like that as well. Uh, Secret Agent, aka Dollar Store Captain America. He's kind of an asshole in here. He's a straight up asshole throughout this entire movie. Uh, and you see a lot more with him too. That's what I like about this is even when they use it for Bob's power, I like how they use that to develop your characters, which I thought was amazing. And that was just a really good use of not only power but backstory. Julia Louis Dreyfus in here, she is evil in this. Okay, that woman is evil. Okay, I didn't think Elaine could play a really good villain until I watched this, and I was like, man, I really hope somebody kills her. Like that's how horrible she is. She's Amanda Waller basically. She's assembles this team together, and everything they do, she pretty much takes credit for it. She's just like this evil, slimy corporate woman who's just extremely rich, and she's extremely egotistical, and she's very cocky. And you're going to learn to hate her throughout this entire film. So get ready for that. But no, this movie is very good. Like I said, it's got the Marvel set pieces. You got your chase scenes. You got your action scenes. But this is where in a Marvel film all that stuff actually makes sense and it actually comes together and it makes a coherent plot and it leads to the character development, which I thought was really good too. Very well done. Um, yeah. I don't think I'm really missing much out, I guess. Um, and of course, there's an after credits scene. If you've seen this movie, you kind of know what the after credits scene basically is in here. So, they're kind of tying all the Marvel stuff together. Um, but yeah, so yeah, for this movie, I'm going to go high recommend on this one. This is a high recommend film. I think like um trust me, if I had reviewed this back then, this probably would have got like a low to moderate recommend. if I had reviewed it then. So it was a good thing I gave it some room to breathe, and then I reviewed it again. So it is a high recommend. No, this is one of the best movies Marvel has put out, and I think if we continue getting quality like this and Fantastic Four, I could see a really good future for Marvel moving forward. So no, this is a really good movie. Uh, Thunderbolts, the New Avengers, high recommend. And that is my review for that movie. And I will see you next video. Peace.